Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Japan. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we, hopefully, will be able to civilize by the end of this episode. We are currently at 70%. We have 3,000 political power points, or research points, whatever you want to call them. And we currently need, I believe we said something around 21,000 more points. We're making just under 5 a day. So that is, if we do some quick maths here, 21,000 over 4.74 over 365 days. We still got about, okay, maybe a little bit, around 12 years. So around 1856, well, was nice, 55, 56, which is pretty good, I would say. Especially, again, compared to where we were when we played as the country in Africa, where we got civilized, I think, just around 1882. So significantly faster than that. And we'll probably go for... I think we want industrial progress first. I think it gives you a factory, if I'm not mistaken. Construct some basic factories to help foreign investors. Beginning of an industrial revolution. Well, hopefully, Japan will soon become the most powerful country in the world. At least in Asia, but hopefully the world as well. We'll have to probably challenge the British around India. Challenge the British maybe in Australia, Indonesia as well. I mean, mostly we're challenging the Dutch, but we'll do the best we can to secure an empire for our nation. Probably not take anything in Africa, just because by the time we get really established, we probably won't be able to really take anything in this general area. Maybe once the Great Wars and stuff begin, we'll be able to do something there. But that is still a little bit a ways off. So how much were you costing? You were costing 59, and you should all be at the exact same price. Yes, just about 22,000. Is there anything here that I would want to actually get first? We get a free factory, free fort in Kyoto. If we want to declare war on the Shogun, that's going to be important. Will it be that important? I mean, I don't think you can really declare war until you're actually westernized. Actually, I'm going to Google right now. When was the Meiji Restoration? It was like 1868. Okay, we still have a little while until then. When was Meiji born? Meiji, he was born in 1852, so maybe in 1852, once we get a new emperor, we'll be able to do some sort of shenanigans. Try to get some alliances going on here. Like, because this doesn't have an actual year on it, I believe. At least not that I'm aware of. How's the country like Emperor Meiji? And I don't think anything else we can really do until we are the sole power of Japan. Oh no, we could expel the barbarians once we become civilized. So no joy. But I don't think we're gonna get that. So as soon as we become civilized, we can expel the barbarians. What does it actually do for us? It gives us 5 prestige. Tetsui becomes a new ruling party. Who the hell are they? The great question. The conservatives. Okay. All pops in Imperial Japan lose 4 militancy, and we get the expelled barbarians, which I believe should be the thing that forces the... should be the thing that forces the Americans to enter the war. Or not enter the war, but try to enforce their influence on Japan. Which will hopefully maybe force things along a little bit quicker than they did historically. That's at least my hope here. Let's see, is there anything else interesting happening around the world? Belgium's actually a great power, so good for them. Texas is independent in the sphere of the United States. And we'll probably be getting annexed pretty soon. I believe they got annexed in like 1848-ish. just before the Mexican-American War. So I do believe in 1848 they do get annexed. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter which way we do it first. I mean, I guess it does. It's the difference between like 5,000 points of time, which is 500 days. So just under 2 years. So we can either keep the factory for 2 years, or we get some of the military stuff first. But is there any of the military stuff that actually helps us out? Military spending, civilization, land organization. Bonus points for like conquering, that would be useful if we were allowed to conquer, which we're not. More tier efficiency plus 20%? That might be worth it right now. Right now we're efficient at 67, so we'd be able to get to 87%. That's more money right now. You are naval experience. Western presence. Research point modifier plus 20%. Yeah. I would like some modifiers on here. I think it gives about what, 0.06 more a day. Not a ton, but it's not nothing. Western influences. Like, we're not doing like the historical Japanese thing where we basically shut the country out for everybody, but we're doing okay here. So I think we're going to go like naval unit attack. That'd be good if we were dealing with naval stuff, which we're just absolutely not. Is there anything here we can actually do that'd be better for us? Planned economy, state capitalism, moralism. No, you're all basically the same, so it's not really going to help us out too much. The question is... Oh no, we already have that. Never mind. Post-Nelsian thought. Is that actually any good? It gives us more colonial power points and allows us to build naval bases. Is that important? That would be very good, but it's actually not as cost-effective as just doing industrial. As far as I know, let me just double-check. Well, I think we need one of these anyways, right? Because we need a 10 and a 20, as opposed to a 25 and a 5. And I do believe a 20 and a 10 is just more expensive. In fact, I don't know if there is a 20 in here at all. You're 18,000 for 20 points. This builds a textile mill immediately. But you don't do that. No, you make a cement factory. Okay. We'll be able to get that soon. We're only like about 1,000 points off. So I think we're definitely going to beat the 1856 deadline or whatever number I said. We'll definitely be able to beat that pretty quickly, because we've been able to get about 12,000 points in 3 years. So probably not by 1850. 1852 is now my new estimate for how long this is going to take. So you'll be ready extremely soon. We can't train any more troops up at the moment. Like, I could theoretically, like, walk troops over and put them straight into this guy's capital. How well would that actually work? Probably not great. You're 15%. Yeah, no, you're not. You're just not worth it. Industrial progress, I think it might be the best one. I think financial reform is actually the best one. Well, you're 25%. You're both 25%. Oh no, you're 20%. No, I was wrong. I was looking at the wrong thing. Single currency is a 10% boost. You are a 10%. You're 15%. You're 20 for 16. You're 25. No, I think we actually need industrial construction then. Because if we got this one, you still need a 10% one. Which would have to be either 2 of these or waiting for administrative reform, which has got to be more expensive. Yeah, so we actually got to wait till we get to 17,900? Yeah, 17,960. So we still got about 1,500 points left. So it's a little bit longer than I originally thought, but it's not too bad. Like, we're still mostly going to be perfectly okay. Intellectual is basically at the cap that we'd want them to be at, so let's just go for some artisans? I really don't actually know what I would want to boost here at the moment. Farmers doesn't help us. Maybe let's go for artisans. I mean, they don't count towards an industrial power. And what are we even making here right now? Mostly tea and some cattle. So it could be a lot better. We could be making some better equipment. But that's okay. But once we get the industrial progress, we can start at least building up a handful of factories. It's going to cost us 7 grand, but we have more than enough to cover that initial cost. Build 1 or 2 factories in Kyoto and hopefully start kind of growing from there. And I'm assuming... No, you're at 7... Wait, we're at 85%. How do we get to 85%? Was that not at 70? Did I select something to boost me up by 15%? I have no idea. But there we go. We have now embraced westernization. I mean, that seems pretty good. We're immediately losing money. We will expel the barbarians. And, I mean, that seems pretty good. We're already in 19th place. We are now, I think, the only civilized country outside of, you know, Europe and North America. Or Europe and the Americas, I guess I should say. So now we can mobilize 19 divisions. We can now actually begin researching stuff. So let's go first and foremost. Not with railroads, but with army professionalism. We will now begin building liquor distillery. They always make you money. However, we do have beef in this province. We have beef and tea. I don't think tea makes anything. So we're just going to go for a cannery for now. And I can build wine. Fantastic. So what are you guys waiting on to build? Okay, French Revolution of 1848. That doesn't concern us. What are you missing? You're missing lumber right now. Now you're done that now. So you're now missing machine parts, a little bit of iron cement. So nothing too crazy. But you're still 70%. Got a lot of satellite states. And unfortunately, Meiji still hasn't been born yet. But maybe one day he will be. Abolish the Han system. We can only do that, I'm assuming, after we've already united Japan. Establish 1875. Okay, we definitely can't do that. Repeal the ban of Christianity. That's also going to take a while. It means people like us a little bit more, but does that really help us out in the grand scheme of things? The answer is like probably not. And are both factories building? Yes, they are. So actually, Kyoto, you're now going to immediately start making craftsmen. We can't do it because there's not enough unemployed craftsmen. But I'm assuming that's because there is... Or is it because it's over 50? Okay, so we might not be able to encourage craftsmen until... one of these factories builds. But I am determined to make us a powerful nation. Even though right now we're kind of technically like a one province minor, but just don't ignore that. We're bigger than you think. Yeah, so you guys are all at war. Mexico's probably going to lose, I would imagine. Wait, no. California doesn't have a manpower. Yeah, 40. I mean, it's actually pretty evil. 33 against 46. Walachi's got a pretty cool flag. Yeah, the Ottomans definitely going to win that. I would be surprised if they've lost. Mortification. Napoleon has won the election, which I believe means he's just going to take over now. And crown himself to be the emperor. How long will that take? I don't know, but soon. We've now learned how to make explosives. I mean, that seems pretty good. I would really like to... How long until this is done? It's done now. Now you can encourage some craftsmen. We have legitimately 0%. How do we have no prestige? Oh, because we're a satellite state. We lost 2 prestige per like day. So we went from 19th to 39th place. But once we come out on top in this war, then they will see. And we're still pretty broke. All things considered. Minimum terrace is actually at like 150%. I'm not too sure, but it's pretty high up there. We also probably want dig-in cap, because that'll allow our troops to be a little bit tougher. We don't have any artillery at the moment. If anything, what we should do is probably build some. Get rid of some of these horses. And train up artillery. How many horses do you have? You have 3 horses? We only need like 1, I think, per army. Yeah, so you should be good. Actually, I'm going to delete one of you. Keep you in. Do you have enough? Okay, we'll actually split you in half again. Delete you. Throw you here. I'm now just going to build 3 artillery units. Yeah, build 3 of them. They're going to be a little bit expensive because we don't really have the liquor at the moment on hand. But we're building a liquor factory, so that should be okay. We're already the 30th most industrialized nation on Earth. Which I think is pretty okay. Are we dead last in terms of civilized nations? No, we're actually beating Brazil, which is actually just embarrassing for them. We're actually not doing too bad. There are a lot of nations that are a lot worse than we are. And I think just having artillery in our armies is going to make a big difference. More, organization. More, they call it tactics. Like maneuver. Whatever they call it. Yeah, military tactics. Better tactics. Just better everything. Will hopefully make things work out in our favor. Deploy you here. I'm ready for you, Shogun. I am not afraid of what you could throw at me. I mean, I have a decent amount of money. I already have level 1 fort. Build level 1 fort here and build level 1 fort also here. Just try to defend our land as much as possible at this moment. Especially since we do have the money. And this is all one state, right? Yes. Unfortunately, we can't really build up our like naval capacity much more than it already is. 10 ships is basically our max at the moment. But that's okay. We're going to cut down taxes for the moment on everybody except for the poor. How many people are working right now? We've actually almost got an entire... This first factory is already full. That's incredibly impressive, actually. Okay. Well, we do need a liquor distillery. Liquor distilleries basically always make money, and 2, we do need them for our units. It'll make, producing future units a little bit cheaper. We can also build dragoons. I think Hussar is the best one. So we could possibly replace all of our cavalry with them. It is going to be a little bit expensive, but it's probably worth doing. But I do think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthony. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, you can always thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.